Just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Washington Redskins.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. Under 22, check, cover. 22. Oh.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the pistol, here's Elliott. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Mike 50, huh? 6-4,
Here's 2nd and 8. Escaping the pressure right. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Here we go.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Right. You got to get moving, man. Man, move it. You got to go.
Now Cook, operating from the gun. Cook stripped, the ball's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Flushed out right. And that's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The seventh play now of this opening drive. This is third and long, though.
36, 36.
Back to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, right? Because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Wahoo! Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike.
On first down, Fields. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. That throw good for 4. It's second down. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Let's get that ball right here. Show an A. Anyway, 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Not today, you aren't. Not today. Mike's 22. Smoke. Watch the backer. Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike.
2nd and 6. Steps away to his left.
Oh my God, it didn't let me throw it.
He's taken down. Daniil Hunter in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
No, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on, how about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Buying time to his left. And James has it. A good pickup there, 21 yards. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got a turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
Give the Redskins 13 there on a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. And it was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it's going to be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Tighten up. Go. Check 99.
On first and 10, Fields. Flush to his right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down.
You will take. Jam. Hey, let it go.
From the pistol, Tomlinson. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. That'll go in the books as just a 16-yard punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. This is Miller, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them 18 there and give the Vikings a 1st down.
Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right. Odd. 3 down. Odd. Hurry.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Let's go.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Strip the ball. Big on front. Check three.
They'll look to throw here. Sliding out of the pocket. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Watch the twist. Hey, Mike 53.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped close to the 1st down marker at about the Redskins 27.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down. They hit him with a draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass them with a running play.
I'm coming, baby. Woo! He's coming. Double up.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the punt. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking 1st down.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
Ready. 50. Hey, Lobo. Mike's 56. You better be afraid of me. Ready, go. That's it. Mike 56.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
There we go, D.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
56. I'm coming for you. You mine. Kill.
Now they'll run it on the toss.
Oh my
Get
God.
into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. PAT up and good by Rosas. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down.
He's coming to you. Motion. Hey.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. A Redskin first down. The pickup 15 yards.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Mike 22, Mike 22. It's just me and you. It's just me.
Throwing on first down. Fields. Forced out to his left. Catch made by Slayton. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Switch. Hey, alert 3.
2nd and 3. He'll rifle this one deep right side, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
You don't want none. Mike 22. Okay, double up. Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. You remember? Yeah. You remember me? Let's go, baby. Mike 22.
On first down, Fields dancing to his left.
Oh, God, I thought I could get that in.
Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice, get rid of it, live to fight another down.
We 22. Jet, bomber. Yup. Move. High 7. Like 20 go.
To throw again, Fields. That one's complete to Tomlinson. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
Let's go. 27 to end it. Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line.
Back to throw. Fields being chased out left. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
It's our field. Hey, it's our house.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the
Oh my God, they fucking came in so quick. All those blockers and nobody could block them. Alright.
They pass up the 3, fake it, it doesn't work. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And again this time to the tailback. And some room to maneuver. And all the way down to the 36-yard line.
Let's go.
A big play there for Minnesota. 45 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
You got motion, man.
They'll try and run with their fullback. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
If you kill it, motion me out.
Second and 9 now. Eluding the pressure right. Going to throw right side.
Yeah, go.
Complete. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Ready? Double tight. 3 down. Go, take motion. Slow, small. Put up.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
You got 3. 3 down. Slam. Set, go.
2nd and 13. Completes it to Miller.
Oh my. This dude just fucking ran a slant.
Touchdown, Vikings.
Who the? He is so fast too.
These guys are in for 6. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosazon to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Set, ready. 2, Mike. Go to base. Delta. Come on, QB, come on. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. It's going to be a long day.
Looking to throw. Fields. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Watch the shift. Go.
Back to throw. Fields. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at his own 10. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. A beautiful fake. He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Bring it up.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset.
We got this.
But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out.
Mike.
3 buzz.
Hey. Check 37. He's coming. We got double up. Leo. Check.
On first and 10, Fields escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. His 9th touchdown of the season as his guys are back within a single score. Josh Lambo now for the point after. And that one makes it 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Let's get it.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Bandit.
Now Elliott. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Here we go. 18 Gator. Watch the twist.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it off. Loose football. And the Redskins scoop it. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to him, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
25, check 25, check 25.
On second down, it's Tomlinson. He'll get it to the 23-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Let's go now. Watch the run. That's it. Tight end's right. Watch tight end.
From the gun on third down, Fields letting one go. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. This Minnesota D up to the task on the third down pass play. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play off. Don't let him breathe.
They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. So that's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to third down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Get the ball right here. Let's go. Check.
Now a carry here for the fullback. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
On 3rd and 1, it seems natural to just turn and hand it to the biggest guy you have in the backfield. But usually, he's not the primary runner. So for the defense, they're often keying on the running back because he's the guy who gets the ball more often, and the fullback is the blocker. When he ends up carrying the football, that's a heck of a tendency breaker, and now you're just trying to jump on his back and hold on.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
Back to throw now on first down. And that's Elliott. Complete.
I got you, boy.
A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
Come on, baby.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Check 43. H3. 283. Check 3.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Come on, Sam.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
56.
Second and 10.
Tackle.
Rolling to his right.
Lockdown, baby. You ain't got the key
And
to
that
this
is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
It's south, baby. That's baby south. 56. Mike, 56. Right there, right there.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Joey Bosa in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. And you know the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender.
Oh.
To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now.
We gonna shut you down.
I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on, come up to 6.
A lot of points. Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Henry. SOS. 22, Jet Bomber. SOS. 22, Jet Bomber. No.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Let's go now. The mic. Get the flag. Get the mic. All day, baby. All day. Hot 7.
Back to throw here. That's incomplete.
Bro.
There is a flag down, so hang on.
He's standing there for the ball. How is that pass interference? He is literally standing there to catch the ball, and he runs into him.
It brings them back into it,
Oh
but really
my
not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Mike 10, touchdown. 56. Check 13. Check 13. Check 52.
Looking to throw.
You
Now
ain't
they
going
go
nowhere.
screen. It's complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16.
56 to Mike. Check 56.
He'll drop to throw.
Hey, watch his flat. Watch his flat. Watch his flat.
He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first.
Well, it's not going to be a first down, but that's a nice job of picking up yardage on 3rd and long. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you. And in this case, it wasn't enough to pick up the first down.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
It's going to be a long day. Mike, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike.
Throwing on first down. Fields steps away to his left. James has got it. Complete. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player.
Bro, are you kidding me? Another injured player? Every game, man.
On second down, Tomlinson. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th.
Mike 22, Mike 22. I'm coming.
On first down, Fields. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline.
Dude, I am getting fucking screwed in this game.
There, but to no avail, second down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Mike 22, Mike 22. Echo. Check the out. Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming, Mike. I'm coming after you. He's
throwing again. Fields. Flush to his right. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Yo, the mic. We're going 25's the mic. And what?
Operating from the gun, Fields. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Check 50, check 50.
To throw again, Fields. And he's just going to get rid of this thing.
Oh my God.
Here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Mike 22. In your face.
From the gun, Fields. Buying time to his left. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
There we go. Nice move.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me.
Why did I throw that?
Pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yo, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was. I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Hayward. Mike's 22, Mike's 22. Squeeze, double. Squeeze. Check.
Throwing after the interception. Fields forced out to his left. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off inside.
The fucking middle was wide open, and I threw it to the
Not
wrong
the best of plays
guy.
there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
Strong left. Hey, we got 3 down.
Now they try the right side here. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. That one looks like he'll throw here.
I need a fucking pick there.
Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A Redskin first down. The pickup 15 yards.
Oh my gosh. How did that not get over him though?
But it winds up falling incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball. Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Fields. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I just gave him a shot there.
Lambo on for the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff.
Damn it.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. Elliott on first down, going to get about 3 before he's taken down. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, we heavy on the edges. Heavy on the edges. 56. 56 to Mike. 56.
They go down late in the game.
Come on, that's the
2 here, stopped at the 30. Now Washington going to use the second
what I was
and
asking
3
for.
timeouts.
Come on.
As they'll talk it over here before what'll be an
He's probably on
important third
conservative
down.
and everything.
Ready. 56. Lobo. Mike's 56. Here we go, D. All day defense.
He'll look to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
This dude really just got a
Pickup of 6
fucking
and good
double
enough to move
screen.
the chains.
But they picked
Or
up a little
first.
bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Here we go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Tight on this side, boys. Tight on the left. Tight on the left.
And again this time to the tailback. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he lost the football, and the Redskins scoop it. And he's got room. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense. Mike's 22. Mike's 22. Let's put him on the buses. Go. Put that team on the bus. Buzz.
He's back to throw.
Watch the pass.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
They can't
Daniil
stop
Hunter
us.
in there
They
to drop him as that
cannot
clock
hold us
continues to
down.
run.
We're going to keep getting sacks.
Not gonna call a timeout for me?
Here we go. This is Pittsburgh. Right.
Well, we
He's
saw
down right,
a
he's
close
down
game
right,
that
down
kept
right.
us on the
Edward,
edge of our
pull
seats
down.
down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for Minnesota, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Redskins, they suffer just their 2nd loss as they drop to 8-2 now on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.